Assalamu alaikum everyone and good morning. I hope you're all having a good day. Today at our studios we have a very distinguished guest, somebody who has not only been and is the managing director of MMP, but recently he was elected as the chairman of PEC, which is Pakistan Engineering Council. So I welcome Mr. Waseem Nazeer to our studios. Welcome to CECOS University, sir.
Thank you very much.
It's an honor to have you with us today. So I believe that the best way to know somebody as a person is through their own words. So I would like you to tell us about yourself. Who is Mr. Waseem Nazeer?
Jumna, thank you very much for inviting me to the studio, and this is my first visit to your university.
It's an honor, sir.
It's a great pleasure, and meeting with your team and your staff and your faculty. I am really privileged to be here in KPK. So, आपका जो question है कि who I am. So I am basically a civil engineer, practicing engineer. So I've been doing for 35, 40 years into the consultancy business. So I grew from normal engineer to a qualified and professional engineer, and led the company for 35 years. Presently, what I have been doing is I have been managing projects in Pakistan and other in region. So I owe a lot of responsibility in developing nations' projects. So I feel very proud that being an engineer to be the chairman of PEC because it is a mother organization for every engineer, and I feel proud to be the chairman of that. I grew from civil engineering to project management, and then led a lot of projects where the projects are of sizes like Tarbela, Mangla, these type of big projects I have been involved into it. So I'm a professional practicing engineer throughout my life.
So, sir, judging by the introduction that you just gave us, which is very dynamic, so your role as the project manager for MMP and now as the chairperson for PEC, if we see it, these are poles apart. These are, to simply put it, these are two different worlds that we are talking about. So tell us about this journey. What led you from that to here, to this point?
The point is that when you are a practicing engineer and you have been in a leading position for 30, 35 years, so you know how to manage organization, how to manage teams, how to build teams, how to lead it, problem solving, creative thinking, so that you drive from the experience you have. So the only objective for me was to look at the Pakistan Engineering Council. There is a need for a practice engineer to lead, so that the engineers of today's engineer, they should be trained, because one of the leading work for Pakistan Engineering Council is education of engineers, then practicing of engineer, and then the stakeholders management. So the capability which I have developed throughout my career gets me into fit into an environment where I can lead an institution who works for engineer. Yes. So that was basically the prime mover in my going for election and going for it. And I feel very proud that if I achieve what I wanted to do, probably that is what was in my passion. Yes. And passion drives you to something, and I'm sure that passion has worked very well, and up till now in 6 weeks, I'm into this chair and doing my job honestly and straightforwardly.
Well, I wish you best of luck for that, sir. Sir, as we know that every person brings their own flavor to every job that they do or to every position that they hold. So you now are the chairman of PEC. What is your vision as the chairman, and what do you see the future of engineering in Pakistan? How do you see the future?
The Pakistan Engineering Council mandate is to regulate.
Yes, it is.
So the first and foremost objective of my drive is to have the position of a regulator, not anything else. So the regulator is to develop policies and strategies to drive the profession, which is today's requirement, not previous one. The world has changed. It is no more the same word as used to be 10 years ago. So my job is that I try to develop policies which are fit for the market, which the engineers are looking for it. our engineers, our human capital is fantastic, but they need to be drive in the right direction. We produce engineers, but those engineers need to be equipped to the latest technologies and training in order to serve not in Pakistan, but outside of Pakistan.
Okay.
So if I look at India, they produce engineers, but 70% of their engineers, they go abroad.
Yes.
So why not we should be doing the same thing? I always be saying one engineer can fetch the dollars which you send 100 laborers equivalent to one engineer. So my objective is to produce policies in such a way that the engineers are equipped for not for Pakistan, but for the region and outside the world as well. So Pakistan Engineering Council, since I have joined it, I have started 75 activities in total up till now in 6 weeks to kickstart.
That's huge.
Yeah, so that I feel that, and it's a hard work. It's not a very simple because it is when you have to do different things, you have to come out of your comfort zone. So I have made the PEC to come out of comfort zone and look at it in different way. It is no more the same word. It is to a different word. You have to train your faculty. You have to have education of the today's 21st century. You have to make PEC 21st century dynamic organization, smart organization. So up till now, I made quite a lot of effort to make the PEC at that organization which we feel proud at. Pakistan Engineering Council is the only institution where all engineers are dependent on it. The day they graduate, the whole life they are associated one way or the other. The PEC has never been and introduced in such a way that it has an important role to play in career, their life. From education till they grow up and they grow up and they grow up into practical life. So you would be surprised to know that the first thing which I have launched is going to be launched in a couple of months. This month is that every engineer who qualifies from the university is associated with Pakistan Engineering Council the day he gets the degree.
Okay.
Which has never been. Yeah, they have been after. So I want to give engineers the first feel that the engineer should be told that Pakistan Engineering Council is their mother body and they are associated with it.
That they are a part of a bigger community.
Yes. So if the highlight of that initiative is that I will request, and I have started requesting the vice chancellors of each technical universities to open an office which is called PEC desk in their premises. So you can imagine if the PEC desk is available, anybody who comes new into engineering college, he will ask the question, who is PEC? So that very day, he will know the PEC functions, what are they? So that will drive PEC more closer to every engineer. So that's the fundamental, the collaboration and association with individual engineer is created right in the beginning. But when they qualify, they are given the title of the engineer, and that very day, the PEC come into action. So it's not only the certificate we give. We have to tell our engineers the values, the ethical, professional behavior, and the path to grow right from the day when he gets the degree. And that's the fundamental change which will bring to the new young engineer. So we have to give them the hope that when they qualify, they go to their homes, they will say that somebody has owned us. Yeah. So this is my top project, which has I just launched it, that I give proud to be an engineer, the title to a young engineer the day he gets the degree. So that's the fundamental and the starting point in the career.
So you're giving them a sense of belonging.
That's right.
Reachable. You're making PEC reachable to the engineers.
Yes.
That was not reachable till this point.
Yes.
Sir, we all know that engineering fraternity in Pakistan is facing a lot of problems, right? So what, according to you, are the core challenges that it is facing? The engineers which are already the part of the fraternity, and also those who are coming and going to be a part of fraternity in the coming near future.
Jumna, the point is that everybody knows there are a lot of problems.
Yes.
The life is challenges and the problems are there. It is the matter how you tackle them, you take them and solve the problem. Yes. I'm a very structured person in that sense. I would like to do it differently. I want to make two boxes. the one which the problems belongs to the previous historic legacy has to be dealt in differently. But I would like to set it right for the future coming so that those problems don't accumulate with the legacy problems. So that's my approach of doing things, which is probably people won't appreciate that at this point in time because they want everything to be sorted out there and then. That's why we can't achieve it. So what I am trying to do is that the future new entrant has to be dealt, they will be told training, they will be told about values, they will be told about this, and they will be trained about this. The ones which are already in jobs, they have a separate strategy for them. They need to be tackled in a differently. So that's the way I am approaching it. So my vision for is, it's very simple, that we need to be closer to our stakeholders. One is the engineering.
Yes.
The engineering comes from the universities. So university has to be a partner with PEC because they create engineers and hand over to PEC. So if the stuff is reasonably good, we can train it better. So there are some work is to be done with the universities. And then when we take over, then we have to do it. And then the third part which is missing, it goes to the employment. So the employer has to have a liability to improve upon the capabilities of their staff. So I need to talk to them that PEC cannot solve the problem. We have got three stakeholders of this issue of quality of education. We have to do with the universities. The training and upgradation of their skills, keep them up to date with what is going on around the world. And the third thing is when they go into employment, the employer has to look after them. So which is missing. So I want to integrate and we become the focal unit to coordinate all this activity. So I'm pretty sure that the new model which I am taking, it's not a new model, it's a reality of the game is that you talk to each other.
It's the need of the time.
It is need of the time. We cannot do what we have been doing it. We have been isolation. We have been in silos. We cannot progress in silos. So we need to collaboration. So my objective is to put all stakeholders on table, discuss the issue, and then take one by one. We cannot solve all the problem. As I said, this is one issue that the owning of an engineer right on the day of the degree is the first issue. If we can solve it, so we have started the new beginning. Yes. And then when they are unemployed, how to go about it? We cannot give employment to everyone. We create 12,000 engineers every year. So how to get about it? We have to create an environment where the jobs are created. Not we can give jobs. So there is a perception that PEC gives job. PEC develops strategies, policies, regulation. Unfortunately, Pakistan, the problem is the economics now. The private sector is no more there, negligible. The funding issue is there, and the whole world is in turmoil. The wars, the polarization, the economics. So we are living in a very, very different world. We have to navigate ourselves in all these odds. And that's the only way is that we don't blame each other. We come to the consensus. We release polarization and take step by step. So I'm pretty confident that if we follow a structured approach to solve the problem of young engineers, to solve the problems of our employed engineers, and then we become the part of the nation building of the engineer has to play a big role in the development of the country. So we have we have to find our space. At the moment, engineer doesn't have that space where they can say our role is very important. So my job is to create examples and to prove that engineers are better than quite a few other disciplines. Engineers can perform better. So our certification should be such a certification that it add values
to their lives and to the country.
Yeah. If it does not add value, certification of no use. And our certification should be of that what is looking for the international arena, what they are looking for. For the sake of certification, there is no certification.
So basically you're going for the market-driven policy.
Yes.
Which are more conducive.
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm giving a macro look, and micro things are not to be touched at this point in time. It's a macro, how fundamentally we can add value to the profession in terms of quality, in terms of contractorship, in terms of our engineering training. So all these things are there. And there we might be needing to do some of the research where we can add value to the government in terms of policy. So it's a very broad role of Pakistan Engineering Council. And I'm touching on everything, but first come, first serve is my value of putting my effort at this point in time.
At this point in time. So, sir, from what you have said, my understanding is that you are breaking or shattering the old order that we had, and you are on the way of building up a new order completely. So, don't you think that is going to offend a lot of people in the system? Because we are very used to of redundant policies, of a redundant way of life. So what you are proposing is magnanimous, right? That's a magnanimous idea, but that's change. Yeah. And you think we are ready for the kind of change that you're proposing?
But it's a survival.
It is.
If we don't change it, we're not going to anywhere.
You think we have that spirit to change? We want to change.
Actually, nobody wants change, as you said very rightly. Yes. But the point is, if the leader is committed to make a change,
change does come.
Change does come. Yes. I am committed to make change. And I have done change in my life for 40 years. So I am confident that I will. Because the point is, the change can only become if the lead management team does their homework.
They take the lead.
They create examples, number one. Second thing is, anything which I am going to do is not hearsay. It is not for the sake of change. I will do it, number one. Is there any logic in what I am going to do? Second, is my logic is supported by data? That's a two fundamental thing. So if I can generate the data supportive and the logic, I'm convinced the people who matter will get to my point. They will follow me. So I'm very confident I will make some headway in this direction.
I'm hopeful too. Judging by what you are saying, I'm hopeful too.
Thank you.
Sir, do you think that we have ample amount of opportunities in Pakistan for engineers? And if not, what do you think, or how is it that we can generate those opportunities for the fraternity?
Look, Yumna, the point is, it's a global village.
So we are going to talk more than Pakistan.
Yes, absolutely. The people say, don't send, the people are leaving, the engineers are leaving. Yeah, doesn't matter. If they're leaving, they will be benefited. The family will be benefited. They will be well off. They generate income. So I am pretty confident that this approach of getting right engineering skills, knowledge, it's a market driven. I cannot stop people not to go, and we should not be doing it. They are our ambassadors outside Pakistan. So if they're well qualified, well certified, they will have a good name for Pakistan. So it's a global vision. So the people think the number of engineers we create, we cannot employ them. Government work is not that economics does not allow to engage all engineers in one go. So there is a lot of backlog. So we will not deal with the backlog as such. Let's have something created for the younger engineer to be equipped with those skills so they can play their role in the region, in the market. So it's a homework. Now, work from home is so common around the world. So if the person is trained on AI, and if he's staying and he can generate $2,000 a month while working at home, why not we should be equipping them? So engineers, I need to change their mindset. Engineer does not mean drawing board. They need to fit to their qualification, their skills and knowledge to market themselves what is going on in the market. So it's just a graduate. So the people say, they will change their career. No, it's all money. If you try to generate money for your families in a decent manner, that is what it matters. Yes. So if we equip our engineers, we have to look into our curriculum. We have to look our institution, how they train is, their method of teaching, how they should be doing it. When they come, there should be right talking to them, where they should go, how they should go. So mentoring is required. So it's a mapping which we need to do for the young engineers. So the opportunities will be created by enhancing their skills and knowledge.
So that's the work we need to do on the grassroots level.
That's right.
That's what PEC going to do.
PEC will play its part to make sure that they pitch in and give those inputs to the engineering profession.
What time frame do you have in your mind, the kind of ideas that you have, the kind of change you want to bring?
Yumna, I have told you that step one is a step one. People try to jump at the end. That's the biggest problem in our nation.
We're going to take it one step at a time.
We take it that everything will be done not tomorrow but yesterday. That's not the right thing. Step one will lead you to the step two. If you try to push your steps forward in a jumping way, you may fall down. So my approach is, let's have in each area of concerns where the issues are, take the macro issue first, solve it, get confidence from the stakeholders. They see things are happening. If things are happening, it will be a multiplier factor. So it's a big challenge. It's a long haul. It is. But if
you're certain if you take the right steps, it will.
I'm pretty sure that I can see that in a year's time there will be some fundamental, basic correction will be made, which will set the scene for our engineering profession to go forward.
Good luck with that, sir. And I hope it does happen. In my discussion now, I'm going to digress from engineering and PEC. You visited CECOS today, and you must have seen our facilities that we have here. What is your takeaway of CECOS University? What impression will you take when you leave today?
Yumna, this is my first visit to a private sector university like CECOS. The idea which came to in my mind was a month ago. And that was that I put every universities of KPK together to brainstorm the issue and challenges. Yes. And I was very pleased that the management of the university took it, that they will host it and they will organize this, my idea to take it forward. And today I was pleased to see the university and your enthusiasm of your management. That was very good and very forthcoming. So I think this is a good initiative whereby private and public sector was put on the table together. They deliberated from last 2 weeks how they should work, what data. So it is very interesting that these private and public university has come on the table by themselves. Collective issues and challenges have been identified. Yes. And today I am here to listen how they have worked in the last one week. And then from there, I would like to take, before I leave from this university, so what the expectations of KPK universities from PEC is. Yes. So, and what I see it, what should be the PEC's expectations of universities of KPK. Yeah. It's a beginning and it's a good start that this cluster of universities in KPK come forward, took my suggestion, and then they executed it. So I'm going to replicate this throughout Pakistan, all universities in the clusteral way to issue and identify, and then on quality of education, on the issues will be finalized in a couple of months, and then we take it from there. So I'm very pleased to see this interaction of public and private university. It's a good university who has started openly with an open mind, and they wanted to discuss, and they become the host. So congratulations to the university management. They
Thank
become
you,
the host.
Sir. We were honored.
You're
honored. So towards the end, I would like to know what message you would like to give to our listeners, engineers in general, people. What would be your message?
The point is, I'm an old man now.
With a lot of experience.
With a lot of experience. I can advise. So people sometimes say that you give too much advice, but the older people are supposed to give advices. There's no doubt, but good advices. Yes. The advice which I would like to do is that we need to get away with the polarization as a society. Number one, the killer. We have to work collectively. We need not to talk about others. We need to talk about ourselves. I'm a strong believer if an individual can make some changes in himself, and by multiplying human beings from each other, the society will change. If we don't do that, probably we will never achieve the society which we want to be.
Yes.
So my advice to everybody is do your work, be focused, don't see others, see in yourself and get it going. A positive attitude is the only thing which can bring people to work. Positivity, and the fundamental and the foremost thing which in my life from now onward is always is look forward. If you look forward, optimism will come. Looking back, pessimism. जख्मों पे नमक छिड़ा जाता है जब आप पीछे बात करते हैं. So in my life I have worked like this. I am very always thinking forward. So I expect every engineer, every human being, every university in their domain, please try to. So the slogan of PEC from now, since I joined is, looking engineering forward is my fundamental slogan, because that will realize every young engineer, every institution, every person, we have to move forward.
Yes.
Keep going. That's the only way. Don't be relaxed and don't be led that there is something is not moving. If you forward, you will come to the destination which you want. So that's the way I would like, and I would like everybody to follow this, looking forward. Yeah.
It was indeed great advice. It was a huge honor, sir. Thank you so much for visiting CECOS University. It was an absolute delight to have you here and to host you today. And as for the listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you had the pleasure of taking the insights from his discussion and you enjoyed it as much as I did. Thank you so much, and until next time, Allah Hafiz.